This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward at.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 20th day of October, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning on the Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. It's a Vikings Purple Monday, and it didn't go so well yesterday. We'll talk all about that with both, of course, Ben Leber and Mike Mussman as we break it all down today on the Power Trip Morning Show, your Minnesota Vikings morning show, and get you ready, turned around real quickly for a Thursday night game in Los Angeles against the Chargers, who got beat up pretty bad yesterday, too. So lots to talk about, and so many things happened this weekend, including a big win by your Gophers. Let's get her started. Here's Jim Gaffigan, comedy on the Power Trip Morning Show. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
My wife stopped buying paper towels. They're bad for the environment, which surprised me. I guess we should know paper towels are bad for the environment. They do have a lumberjack on the label. The guys always stand there like, let's destroy the ozone together. I'll clear cut this forest. You drive an SUV. If you look closely, under one arm, he's smothering an owl. Obviously, we all care about the environment. Except for those people that are throwing full bags of garbage out on the highway. You ever been driving down the highway, you see a full bag of garbage? Wouldn't you love to meet that guy? I'm too lazy to empty my garbage. He's taking his for a ride. What's going on in the car? How you doing, garbage? You're getting out here! You're not talking, you're walking! You ever been at home, you go to throw something out, you see the garbage can needs a bag, and you look at me and think, I'm going to wait for someone else to do that. I don't know if I'm done with these orange peels yet. Later on, I might make some potpourri or something.
Yes. Hello.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors. Never giving up the lead.
There's only one winner, and unfortunately, it was not your Minnesota Vikings. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Monday morning edition of your little Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are.
Hi, Hogs.
Hi, buddy. It's another week.
Yeah, man.
Here we are.
It's a big week.
No, it's the same size as every other week.
Yeah, good point.
Not for some of us.
Oh, wow.
Hawks off to LA. We go to Vegas on Thursday.
That's right.
But yeah, yesterday was tough, Hogs. You and I were there. It was tough.
It's tough, guys. It's tough, guys. It's tough, guys. I got a lot of thoughts on it. I don't want to give away all my thoughts in the very first segment of the show, I mean, I got some big breakdown, but we'll let Mr. Leber, Mr. Lussman?
Yeah, Mr. Lussman, yeah.
That's a good, actually, that was a slip up, but it was meant
That's
to
a
be.
good bit.
That's what we're going to call him from now.
Yeah.
Mike Lustman.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's his alter ego.
He's lusty.
Very horny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mussman and Leber will be here to tell us what happened and why it happened and how we're going to keep it from happening again Thursday night on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, it was like you said.
Thursday night slop.
It was Sunday, brah.
Yeah, it was Sunday. Thanks for paying attention.
Come on,
Aikman.
brah.
But Thursday might be some Thursday night slop because that team, the Chargers, got absolutely dismantled by the Colts, who are 6-1.
Might be the best team in football.
They are outstanding.
I was going to ask Mr. Lieberman and Mr. Pelissero, that on Thursday last week, because I heard Mr. Lieberman say to Dan Bararmamo that he thought the Colts were the best team in football last week. And I was like, wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah.
And then they go out and just pound ass.
Pound ass.
That's what they did.
38-24 on the road.
On the road.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas had 3 touchdowns and 94 yards.
Not bad for an actor.
No, not bad. For
Not bad at all.
Brothers and
Yeah.
He's getting up there. He's long in the tooth is what I'd say.
But I think he has 7 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
My teeth don't seem any longer. I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at pictures of myself as I was, I'm 54 now, and I looked at pictures of myself at 34. Teeth, same length.
But if your teeth got longer,
Yeah.
don't you think you'd be a Dracula?
You know what has
or a
gotten longer?
vampire?
My schlong.
Yeah, I've
Weird,
heard.
man. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Let's not forget that 4 or 5 days ago, Tommy asked to see it
Yeah, he did.
twice.
That was on. That's what you heard.
Yeah.
You should have seen the text I got.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he Venmo'd me.
oh my.
We talked about it yesterday, Hogs Daddy,
My wiener?
your wiener, and on the Vikings broadcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How hammered was Tommy on Friday at the Gopher
Not
game?
at all. I thought he was completely sober.
I like how you said it was like going to Bruce Springsteen to a concert.
Yeah. No, it was
That was a great analogy.
I was at a concert with Bruce Springsteen concert with Bruce Springsteen. That's how much people love Tommy Olsen.
Yeah, what's not to love?
He's the best, and
Yeah.
the whole crew was there. I met people like Ron's and Franz.
You did?
Yeah, man.
And Musgrave or whatever he calls that one guy?
I've met all of them.
Yeah.
And they are the
Merkin?
best people.
Did you meet Merkin?
I did. I wore and met a Merkin.
Wow.
Yeah. It was so cool to meet all of them, to put faces to names. They're all damned handsome people.
Oh, yeah. And they're all very nice.
Very nice. And they treated Abigail so well, and we had such a great time. And what a great night to be out there. It's Friday night football, and just a beautiful night, and a great win where we just stomped that ass into the ground. It was a fun night, and we stormed the field, and I was criticized. And not
by who?
Not specifically me, but I was listening to Barrero and Maxo yesterday on the way into the game, and they were talking about how storming the field after beating a team we beat all the time is weird, and you shouldn't expect it. And here's the thing. I didn't do it because we beat Nebraska. I did it because Abigail said, let's go. And I said, let's go. And we did it. If we had lost the game and they'd have gave us access to the field, I'd have gone down there too. How many times you ever going to be on a field like that on a beautiful Friday night with your daughter celebrating and having a good time? I don't know if that'll ever happen again, but it happened Friday night, and I'm damn glad it did. So criticize me all you want, but I enjoyed it. So there you go. Eat balls.
Yeah, man. Eat
Thank you.
balls.
That's right.
Yeah, if Abs wants to do it, you do it.
That's it. We had fun. We may never do it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows if the Gophers may never win another game? Oh, your hands up.
Was there a point where you hinted at it's getting cold, traffic's going to be tough? Abs, how you doing? All the hints you have that I use when you want to leave.
Sure.
Man, long game.
Sure.
Good game. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to hold on to win. How many hints were given to Abby about leaving?
Well, you ever like standing in front of your cupboard and or refrigerator, and you're saying to yourself, I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah.
But there's a bag of Oreos there.
Yeah.
And over there is a half-gallon of ice cream.
Yep. Probably every day.
And you just say to yourself, you know what? Here's the thing. Not going to do it. Because I know if I eat that ice cream, it's going to be the farts. If I eat those Oreos, I'm going to explode. And you talk yourself out of it, and you successfully shut the door, and you go to bed, and you feel better about it in the morning. You wake up, you're like, I did that.
Yep.
I told myself I am not going to even bring up the idea of leaving the game early. I'm going to let Abigail decide when she's ready to go. She's a 23-year-old woman. She's got her own life. We don't get to spend as much time together. She lives 3 hours away from me. So when I see her, I got to take advantage of it, right? So, but of course, I kept saying, "You ready to go?"
You did, didn't you?
About 14 times, but not because I wanted to go so much. I just wanted to, I was like, I don't know, But then when we found the Olsons, and they all decided they were doing shots after the game, it was over. I was in for the long haul.
Wait, you went to a bar?
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my goodness!
I got home about 12:30 in the morning with a very drunk daughter.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
That's fun.
Everybody
That's important.
was buying her drinks.
So
everybody.
the plus 1,100 of you staying till the end of the game hit.
Paid.
The plus 4,000 of you going somewhere after the game hit.
Yeah.
Some had it off the board.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Some had going to a bar off the board, and he still went.
Billy Napier made thousands and thousands of dollars off of me last.
Happy,
Wow.
happy birthday. Happy firing, Billy Napier.
Yeah, well, she's glad because he got fired, the next day. But he shouldn't have been betting on me. He should have been thinking about football. We did. We went to the lovely Buffalo Wild Wings, met a bunch of great listeners, and I needed it after last week. It was a rough week around here last week. To go to the game with my daughter and have a great time, and it was a beautiful Friday night under the lights. That's what college football is all about. That's how it should feel. And then the team winning, but so many people coming up saying, "Love the show." Seeing people just react to Tommy and seeing people react to Abigail. I needed that. It was great. And then we go over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and they had 3 bartenders and 100,000 people, and they were working their butts off. So the pros that they are, Hans and Franz and Tommy and everybody, one person staged at each end of the bar. So they were all ordering drinks, and every time they got theirs, they'd bring them over to the collective.
They are
they're pros.
Pros.
And there are lots of ladies down there with nice buttocks.
Wow.
It was just a beautiful Friday night.
That sounds fun.
Did you go, Zacco?
I did not.
Oh, man, you missed a great night.
Did you go to McCarthy?
No, there's
McCartney. I kept saying
He was
McCarthy.
at McCarthy's house.
Did you go to
Outside, just
JJ's
saying, "Hey,
house?
how you feeling?"
Ask him if he can play on Thursday, because that's the option.
Yeah, well, I don't need to ask, I don't think, at this point.
Let's hope
he can play. He can play. There was so much sports going on.
He dies.
He dies.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
But, there's so much going on Friday, and I ended up just going over a friend's house and watched a bunch of sports.
Oh, did you get it on?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, you act like that's not a good question.
Why is that a weird
question? You would
question?
ask me, and I just answered. I wouldn't have been all judgy.
Yeah.
No, I just said no.
Did you get it on?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
See, that
Was
sounded
it Chad?
even more so.
It was Chad.
Yeah, Chad's great.
I asked one last time.
He got a nice new place up in Hugo, and
oh, really?
where's
Hugo? Hugo sounds like it's a million miles away.
They moved in a week ago.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even everything is there. A lot of people take their time bringing their stuff. And him and Sarah,
with a wounded hand.
They look like they've been living there for years already. It's crazy.
Is that right?
They got all the stuff. They got mirrors up. Mirrors. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Rick Mears?
Are they into that?
Former IndyCar driver?
Maybe. I don't know. That's their business.
The first thing you do when you move is you call your cable company and tell them you're moving.
That's the first thing you do.
So they
That's
show
what
up.
they did.
That is the first thing.
That's what I did when we moved. They showed up the day we moved in.
And then they didn't have cable for a couple days
No, I
because
can't live like that.
somebody, I guess they unplugged the cables somewhere outside and
Yeah.
down the line. And
That's,
so
right
then
down
they
the
had
line,
a guy
man.
to come down there and plug it back in.
Well,
First thing I do, before I even buy the sumbitch, is take a shower.
Okay.
Because the shower matters to me, man.
Yeah.
I need a good shower.
Yeah.
Second thing is I get a good squat, spread those cheeks, and let it know. I got to know if I'm going to be able to crap in there.
let the house know who's boss.
And then I go around with incense and I make good with the ghosts.
Oh.
And then I show it who's boss.
Yeah, then you just hammer yourself.
Because the house needs to know.
Yeah, the house needs a cleansing, but it also needs to see you hammer it.
Well, and the real estate agents aren't always happy with me.
Yeah, well, the dude I think sold you your last house. He was pissed when
He
you were
wasn't happy
masturbating.
because I painted the ceiling.
They're not happy with Sauce because he's on the phone with the cable company the entire time while he's
The entire time.
was too, yeah.
And the cable company's like, have you bought the house, sir? Not yet. Just letting you know I might.
pulling in for the first showing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
how I operate.
So, you know what? We should break. And I know it's Vikings Monday. Oh, listen, chill.
Linda, listen.
We'll talk about the Vikings. We got lots of stuff. I got audio, man.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Mussman.
cool. Audio man.
I got audio,
Lussman.
man. I got all kinds of stuff going on. We'll break it down. But you guys got to know about what I did to myself yesterday
Whoa.
after the game.
Oh, okay.
Because on Thursday, right in the middle of Amazonian Thursday Night Football, my TV decided to stop.
Oh, no.
I've had it for a long time, but it's a big-ass TV. It's cool,
Yeah.
you know? I was like, oh, no. And then Friday, we were watching Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, carving some pumpkins. No, that was Saturday. Saturday morning, we're pumpkins, and TV went off again.
The great Charlie Brown is undefeated.
The best.
Yeah, the best.
So I tried to reset it. It wouldn't work. Then I realized it's time for a new TV.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had to work. After the Vikings game, I decided it's new TV time.
Ooh.
And that's when Shenanigans ensued.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you about the shenanigans after this.
Can't wait. Thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet, gutterhelmetmn.com. The leaves are already falling. If you don't have Gutter Helmet, you'll get leaves in there. They'll back up and you have all kinds of issues. Don't have that issues. Don't waste a Saturday pulling leaves out of a gutter.
Don't have that issues.
Don't have that issues.
That issues are the worst.
Gutterhelmetmn.com.
Yeah. It's like this, ladies and gentlemen. We're the Power Trip Morning Show. The Vikings lost, but the season ain't over. The Gophers won, and the season's just begun. And that's a poem. And you can quote me on that. Power Trip Morning Show will be right back after something.
KFAN.
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome back. Here we are. Yesterday, post-game, our head coach, Kevin O'Connell, talked about our quarterback, Carson Wentz's game. He said this.
Foremost, I thought he competed and got to see how he comes out health-wise. Took some, he had to use his legs there a couple times on the last drive. We'll see how he turns over. And I know Max was ready to go today, and JJ was the emergency 3, but JJ was able to get some work last week. We'll see how he feels as well. And on a short week, we're gonna put together the best plan we can, and that's also includes the players available to us.
So, short week. Can't wait to talk to Benzo.
Yeah.
About whether or not he thinks J.J. McCarthy will be your quarterback. I can't imagine he will. He hasn't had a full practice yet. But if he got one, it'd be one this week, right?
That audio was pretty convincing.
I think when they go back and watch the tape and you get Hawk every road game and you listen to all the games, you get to see how great Pete is at his job.
Yeah.
Pete mentioned multiple times there was that like slip screen that they ran with Jordan Addison where he would have gotten the first down and a bunch more yards, and Carson Wentz just lays it into the ground.
Yeah.
Then, as Pete points out, when they had they were terrible in the red zone for a couple of reasons, and one of the reasons was on one of the drives is that intentional grounding penalty. As Pete kept saying on the broadcast, throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
You have to know that as a 10-plus year vet in this league.
Yeah.
Except he just guns it into the ground, and it's blatant intentional grounding, right?
Yeah.
And I think those were mistakes that you shouldn't see from a guy that's 10 years in the league, right? If Brosmer's in, sure. If JJ's in, sure. But I don't know. I think they make a quarterback change.
If he's ready, though. Again, I mean, you're making it sound like he's for sure going to be healthy enough and ready to go. Do you think that's the case?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think he's ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I just think that you got a tough schedule coming up, right? You go on a short week against a team that just got beat up as well, right? So it's a little bit, and I think they're only 2.5-point favorites on Thursday, that being the Chargers. I think you make a quarterback switch. I just think Wentz played really bad yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, I wouldn't doubt that would be the case. I think at this point, if it were me, and I obviously completely 100% believe in the judgment of one KOC.
Of course.
He'll make the right choice. But I think if it were me and JJ was available and healthy enough, I would definitely play him because I think what we saw yesterday is that perhaps Carson's not great enough to be the answer.
Yes.
So you have to find out, at least this season. So you have to find out if JJ is great enough to be the answer. And the only way he's going to be is if he gets time to learn and fail. And perhaps the way this team sits right now, our best case scenario is to use this as a learning year.
Yeah.
If we had won yesterday and we were sitting at a different record and we were heading for the playoffs and maybe a chance to win the whole thing, you'd say, no, stay with Carson. But that's not what happened. So perhaps we do use this as a learning year.
Here's a weird analogy.
I
don't even know if it's an analogy.
I don't know if it is. I'm excited to hear it. Let's
go. But it doesn't matter because
it does matter.
The witch isn't back till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay! Well, that one person's excited.
Yeah.
Yesterday's Broncos-Giants game is a unbelievable football game that we are going to reference for years.
Yes.
They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
That you only liked it because you had the Broncos.
And it helped me in the Survivor.
Survivor.
I switched the pick because somebody told me to take the Broncos, who I really, really respect. They were getting mean texts about 3 quarters into that game. Anyway, my point, though, is if you watch that Broncos game and you're a New York Giants fan.
What happened?
There's one thing you take out of that game.
What happened, though?
They lost. They were up 19, I think, in the fourth quarter and lost 33-32.
So the Giants lost to the Broncos?
Yes.
Got it.
But if you're a Giants fan, you look at that game and you go, you know what? We have a franchise quarterback.
Right.
That's something the Vikings need to learn.
Right.
If this season is an 8-9 season and they just miss out on the playoffs, but J.J. McCarthy played his heart out in all those games, that's a good thing.
Right.
If he doesn't, then you have that answer. I just think we have to know what we have in J.J. McCarthy.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Agreed.
You know what? I like it.
And we have to find out what Hawk did, why he has shenanigans behind a TV.
So my TV decided it no longer wanted to work. And I had things I wanted to watch last night, including a documentary, by the way, about a crazy neighbor lady.
Oh, the one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks scary. I'll probably have to watch that.
It's not scary at all. It's just, just a terrible person.
Yeah.
But the documentary is there. It's about this neighbor lady who ends up doing something terrible because she's a Karen, and she won't leave her neighbors alone. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't. I would not. This lady's detestable. But the documentary is interesting in itself because there's no narration. Everything is done by police cam. The entire thing is police cam. Wow. The entire thing. It's pretty crazy. I've never seen a documentary like it.
Wow.
It's called The World's Worst Neighbor. It's about Corey Cove.
Oh, wow.
But I digress. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I wanted to watch some TiVo. I wanted to have a good night on the couch. I needed a TiVo.
You needed a TiVo.
I needed a TiVo. And I went online and I was like, I'm gonna get myself a TiVo, a big one, right?
Yeah. Did you talk like Sling Blade?
Kind of. I realized I couldn't find my measuring tape. Don't know where it's at. Don't even know for sure I have one.
Yeah.
Looked everywhere, couldn't find it. Didn't look everywhere. Looked a couple places, wasn't there, so I quit.
Yeah.
So I thought that looks like maybe about 75-inch TV. I don't know how big my TV is. I'll just get one that big, right? So I go over to Target. And the guy at Target's like, yeah, it's cool, man. This is good TVs, but if you waited like a month and a half, you're going to get a great deal. So I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. And I got home and I was like, what do I care? I need a TV tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I ain't waiting until Black Friday.
You're not for saving money.
That's
silly.
right. What am I not? TV Johnny?
And why do they not have their Black Friday sales going yet?
That's right. It's Sunday, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
So I went on bestbuy.com.
Great website.
Thank you. And they had deals but you had to buy it online and pick it up in store. My guess is if you went to the store and said, hey, this is the deal, and they were like, nope, you need to do that online. If you walked out on the street and got on your phone and bought it, and then you went in and said, I'm here, they'd have to honor the deal.
100%.
But it was significant. It was this giant television for $399.
Let me see.
75. A 75-inch TV. Now I got myself a Kia Sorento.
Yeah.
It's an SUV. I can fold all the seats down. So I ordered that some bitch online.
Oh, boy.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Feeling good on a Wednesday.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
It's about 6 o'clock. They say they're going to send me a sweet email. Let me know when my TV's ready to go. I said, sweet. They said, be about an hour. I said, cool. But I got things I like, things I want to do. So I decided I'm going to roll on into Best Buy and wander my word around Best Buy. Wait on them to say, hey, your TV's done. So I do. I got that exact thing happens. I get into Best Buy, I'm looking around. I'm checking out robot vacuums.
Yeah.
I'm checking out DVDs and CDs.
You love wasting money.
I do.
Yeah, who cares? It's your money.
I'm a consumer, bitch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry I got upset, but
that's
it's true.
okay.
I was talking to my bank account.
Yeah. Is it a Samsung 75-inch TV?
You nailed it, yeah.
Yeah, it's right on their website.
That's right.
Yeah,
so
good for you.
I get an email, and I walk over to dude behind the counter. I'm like, dude, I'm here. This is me. Here's my thing. He waved at me.
Forrest Gump with
Hey, how you doing? He says, cool. He said, it's over here. I said, all right. I walk over, and that
oh, my God.
box that television's in is bigger than my Kia Sorento.
It's huge.
It's enormous. And I said, well, that's not going to work. But I'd already checked it out, so I didn't take it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I can't check it back in. I'm like, well, I can't take it.
Yeah.
Am I carrying it home? So I ding dong ding, had an idea. I've read and seen that Home Depot rents trucks. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Of course they do. And there's a Home Depot in Maple Grove. I was at the Best Buy in Maple Grove. So I look at my watch. It's 6:30.
Yeah. They close out.
8.
Yeah.
So I call him, hey, yo, it's Hawkster.
Yeah. Hawkster. They're like, hey.
What's up, dude?
Quit calling.
You got any of those trucks for rent? Dude says, yeah. So what time you close? He says 8. I look at my watch. It's 6:30. I look at the gentleman from Best Buy. I says, what time do you close? He says 8. I said, cool. I get in the Kia Sorrento. I haul balls across Maple Grove, which ain't easy because I hit every stoplight and everybody decided they had nowhere to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that,
Slow
Mike Grimm?
Sunday.
When everybody in front of you decides they got nowhere they need to be.
Yeah, it happened today driving in just now.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to work?
How about
Don't
just
you
some
need
courtesy?
to be there?
Just some
move out
friggin'
of the way.
courtesy.
Just move. The light's been green for 10 minutes, Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma.
Or, hey, if I stay in the right lane here, I'm going the wrong way. So how about when I turn my signal on, there's a line of cars. At some point, someone just be nice and let a guy in.
Mike,
Correct.
this is about me.
I know. Move along.
Okay. So I make my way to Home Depot.
Making my way down.
In your rented pickup.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh yeah,
boy.
yeah. And you're in the Kia now.
Yeah. And the gentleman says, here's the thing. If you're back here by 7:30, it's $23. That's damn cheap. But he also says, you need to fill up the gas tank, and I need a receipt showing that you did. So I've got to get to Best Buy, pick up the TV, get the TV to my house, get the TV out of the truck, get the truck to the gas station, fill it up with gas, and get it to Home Depot. And I got an hour.
So real quick, because I was walking down the hallway when this started. So your TV is so big it won't fit in the Kia?
In the Kia Sorrento.
No.
It's,
Holy crap.
It's enormous. I had
what is like 85?
75 inch.
Yeah.
And I got it for $3.99, and it ain't no cheapo.
That's a steal
It's
of a deal.
what is it,
It's
Samsung?
Yes,
Samsung.
it's a good TV.
It's a damn fine television.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
sure it's not a
enormous.
Toshiba?
I don't know. Toshiba, that's it. It's a Toshiba.
Oh.
This is about me, Zach.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's an okay TV.
But now,
Sorry.
Zach.
It's just okay.
Wow.
It's a good TV.
Yeah.
Wow, Zach.
Zach, do you need to tear me down? I feel good about my TV.
No, we're in the middle of this crazy story. I want to know if you got that $23 deal.
Here's the deal, Zacho. By the way, just deciding, I don't need my TV to make it so I can see the moon at night. I'm blind to one eye. I can't see anything anyway.
And he's watching Piorno on his phone.
Most of the time, I just see shapes.
Oh, why are you driving somebody else's truck?
Everybody be cool. This is about me.
It's a rectangle thing in
Hey,
front of
I
me.
can't see, but can I borrow your truck?
That's right.
There's a trapezoid-shaped thing to my right.
And it was like the Lord wanted me to have apparently a halfway decent TV.
Aw.
Okay? Thanks, Zach. Because I hit every light. Every grandma stayed out of my way. I got to Best Buy. I roll in there. Dude says, you need a cart? I say, sure. I put it on the cart. As I'm rolling it out of the Best Buy, the truck, by the way, I parked. I'm like one of those sons of bitches that are rude. I parked on the sidewalk because I ain't got time to walk.
You ain't got time.
I got time to be, right?
You got money to save.
I got money to save, right? Right? And so the gentleman at the door who checks to make sure you ain't stealing nothing goes, I can't let you take the cart outside. It's against store policy. I said, do you see that truck right there?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I'm sorry. It's store policy. I said, I got this. I picked that sumbitch up. Just me, man.
You honked it.
At this point, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling.
Oh, yeah.
And I got 45 minutes, Jack.
Is the Rocky
Right.
theme going in your head?
Yeah, kind of. Oh, there were a lot of things going in my head. I was like, come on, man, it's right there. Anyway, so I hoof that sumbitch over there. Ain't a person in the world helping your boy out.
No.
Right? Just me and a cast of characters who don't care whether I live or die.
No.
So I throw that sumbitch in the back of there, and I take off, and I am hauling balls. And I can't believe it. I made every light. I get to my place. I throw the trailer hitch down. I am hoofing. I am like the best elf ever. I got a TV on my back. My neighbors must have thought I was an idiot.
Yep.
I'm huffing and puffing. I get it in my house.
One of them goes, is that a Toshiba?
How dare you? It's a good TV, Zach.
It's good.
It's a good TV.
Actually,
Why
I've
is he
been looking
wasting
at the
all that
reviews.
time?
They're not terrible.
How do you
They're
see
pretty good.
Toshiba's pretty good.
How do you see TVs? Reviews, I mean.
You just Google Toshiba TV, and then there's a bunch of reviews on the website.
I didn't do that.
4.6 stars.
Yeah.
Out of
It's
how
not
many?
bad. It's a It's a LED TV. That's pretty good for that price.
Yes, for $400, that's
a great price.
That's a steal.
75 inches.
That's a great price.
More inches the better. That's what they always say. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard.
I jump back in that truck. I roll on through. I get into the Home Depot parking lot, and I realize I've forgotten to fill that sumbitch up.
Oh, no.
I got 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that truck ever laid rubber, but it did yesterday. I got over to Bobby and Steve's in Maple Grove.
Yeah.
I filled that sumbitch up. I got it back. Literally ran inside. Ding. There's nobody at the counter. Waiting.
Time's a ticking.
Time is ticking.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Time is ticking.
Yeah.
And I am watching. And time rolls on by. And now it's official. I'm late. And I'm thinking to myself, is this gentleman going to be able to go on the security cam and watch when I walk back in? Because I'm gonna stand up. I made it. It ain't been easy. Well, I broke every law in America.
And filled up a tank of gas.
And I filled up.
How many gallons did it take? Like a gallon?
Like 3.
Yeah.
I didn't burn much gas.
Yeah.
Dude comes in. The reason he wasn't behind the counter is he saw me pull in, and he went out and checked out the truck to make sure I didn't flip her upside down.
Yeah.
And that the tank was full.
Yeah, exactly. So counting the $9 I spent for 3 gallons of gas and the $23 for about $30,
yeah,
boy got it done.
Good for you.
That's right.
And you didn't have to ask anybody to help.
I would have, but ain't nobody noticed I was alive.
Yeah.
The only person to help me was everybody in traffic who didn't slow me down.
Yeah, Zach would have showed up and go, I'm not helping you.
Yeah, that's a bad TV.
That TV sucks.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? I can't see.
Yeah, gross. I can't
if it
be
was
seeing
an
that.
LG or a Samsung, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I can't see the bumps on that lady's areolae.
He's not looking for that.
We ain't checking that out.
Yeah. Zach could care less about that. Did you ask the TV guy, how's the areolae looking? You saved $330, dude. That's a good deal.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a great price.
And I had to buy it online, pick it up in store, check, and I didn't have to have it delivered, which would have taken until Tuesday. And I leave on Wednesday, and I want my TV now.
Yeah, you got to watch.
So does it have a nice picture?
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, what's he care?
Man.
He can't see.
Right.
For a while, Grimm, when that
circles.
TV up there was standard definition and this TV in here was HD, he literally, I'm not making fun of him, he couldn't tell the difference.
I was born blind in my right eye. Nothing I can do about that, right? So I don't need, whatever.
What's he care?
What do I care?
Yeah.
As long as I can read the subtitles, I'm good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Cool. So that was my TV.
That's a hell of a situation.
That's right. Thank you.
Good for you, man.
Thank you. I got a TV that, by the way, I thought for a moment I was going to need a bigger TV stand. I thought, well, now I'm real screwed.
Oh, yeah, now you got to get that truck back.
Yeah.
But you got it set up and everything?
I got it set up. The last one was 65 inches. I'm 10 inches bigger.
So you are getting bigger as you get older.
You damn
Good
right
for
I
you.
am, man.
More inches.
It might be wrinkly, but it's big. Anyway, there you go. Hey, we got plenty of football to talk about because Grimmer set me up with some great seats. Had a great game on Friday night. That was fun. And then we had the Vikings lose yesterday. I saw them then, too. So let's talk about that when we come back. Patrick Morrison.
The Fan.
Here we are. Running late. So let's get started right away.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Love you, Holiday. You're the absolute best. You can get all the Red Bull, buy 2, you get 1 free, any 8.4 ounce, all the flavors, sugar-free, all the ones you want. Holiday, I love Holiday. So much fun. Great spot.
Love it.
Go to the one in Royalton.
It's like being on,
it's like an Apple
being on
store.
a holiday.
Yep,
That's what it
correct.
is.
Where do you want me to start, Hogs?
You know what? You're in charge of this Fan 5 Sports thingy.
Vikings shot themselves in the foot too many times in the red zone. They were one of 6 in the red zone. That was the story of the game. They lose 28-22 to the Eagles. Wentz threw 2 interceptions. 1 went for a touchdown. He was 26 of 42 for 0 touchdowns, although the one he threw to Hawkinson was a touchdown, because if that's Travis Kelce, they count that as a touchdown, because 2 weeks ago, Travis Kelce trapped a ball and they counted it as a catch. I'm bitter about that.
Well,
that's a touchdown.
You're not the only one. Here's
That's
TJ.
a touchdown.
I mean, there's nothing to overturn it. I mean, I was out there. I felt it. I mean, hands under the ball, snag it. And I don't understand. I don't obviously understand the catch rule at this point. Jay had one like the exact same thing last year in the corner of the end zone. So they got to figure it out. It's, New York can't call in and say that it's not a catch when every other ref out there says it is.
Correct. That's the point. When he said after the game, those two guys told him it was a catch, and then they said, wait, New York said it wasn't. It's a catch. The ball never helps him. The ground never helps him catch the ball.
Well, that's the key right there, because I've heard a lot of people discussing this, and Grimmer, I know you were there. You probably have a good take on this as well. But the bottom line is this. The ball did bounce up, but the point is it never hit the ground. His hands were under it.
Yes.
And then it bounces up, but it never hits the ground. I think it was Ron Johnson that was saying it doesn't matter. Like, the ball can bounce around as long as it didn't hit the ground. Am I right about that? I mean, is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right.
And a quarter or two before, Devontae Smith has both hands on the outside of that ball. It hits the ground. And they count that.
Toes up.
And it toes up. They count that.
I mean, there's no...
Ridiculous.
I can almost live with the Hawkinson incomplete. Like, when I watch the replay, I don't think you can definitively say... I think they probably should have stayed with the call on the field.
On the field, that's the key.
But
right there.
I can live with it if they say incomplete. If they call Smith's incomplete.
Yep.
And if they call Kelsey's incomplete.
Yeah.
But they don't.
They don't. No.
Like, there's no way KOC should have lost that challenge on Smith.
No.
Zero.
Zero.
That was the biggest brain dead.
Right.
There was nothing. There was a no-brainer overturn.
The ACC this year debuted a new replay system where they actually allow
ACRAC Congress?
Yes, the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's very easy to.
You were close.
You were
a Toshiba Hawk. You wouldn't know.
And I've been elected to that Congress.
But on that Toshiba Hawk, you can watch the on ESPN when they do those games. They actually bring in the audio of the replay live, and you can hear the officials deliberating the call while watching what they're watching.
Yeah.
And it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And I don't understand why the NFL can't adopt a similar approach, because at least it would allow us to know what they were watching, what they were thinking, what they were discussing.
Exactly.
And instead we get one little pool report from Kevin Seifert after the game, in
which
which
is total
he
BS.
revealed, the official revealed nothing. And I don't know. It's just very frustrating.
Well, I mean, you add that. I'm sorry, Grimmer, but you add that with the ball on the field goal hitting the wire. I know it's our team, so we complain more than any because it's our team. But it does seem to go against us too often, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I thought the bigger play was the bogus holding call. I mean, that is a touchdown. I think you could argue that ball, like if they're consistent, okay, it's incomplete, whatever. But the holding call was a block.
Brian O'Neill, for those of you that weren't at the game, and I'm sure you saw this, Grimm and Hawk, if you were still there, he berated those two referees. Yeah. He said the guy's falling.
Yes.
What's he supposed to do?
He bumps into the guy next to him, starts to fall.
He falls down.
And you just push him.
And he called it. That's such a bad call.
It's a block. It was terrible. That's the worst call of the day.
Huge moment.
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
Yeah. That was hideous.
It was that to me. That was bigger. Because it came earlier. You kind of forget about it. But
those two things go in the other direction. We win that game.
Yeah. And the issue with that game, Hawk, is that's a winnable game.
Yeah, we should have won that game.
Even though Hurts played out of his mind. He perfect passer rating, 19 of 23, threw for 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's still a winnable game. You can beat that team.
No doubt.
They wanted to give that game away so many times. The big plays is what killed them.
Explosive plays on offense for them, and obviously a pick six. I mean, the percentage when you score a defensive touchdown in the NFL, the win percent immediately spikes, and it's hard to overcome that.
Hideous.
The other interception was, whatever. It was like a punt. I don't even know if that came on third down. I had less issue. He probably should have heaved it out of bounds.
Yeah,
but whatever. That one was. But it happens. I mean, Mahomes had that one against Jacksonville. It was almost the same play. The guy deked him and jumped into the passing lane. And that one, Mahomes, that was like a 99-yard return the Jacksonville guy had. It's not a great pass. You got to know it. But, it happens.
You got to throw it away. The frustrating thing is he did enough to potentially overcome those mistakes by getting to the red zone.
Yeah.
But then not scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, but even then, he threw 2 touchdowns.
That's true.
They got yanked.
Yeah.
I mean,
lucky.
The only kick our kickers missed all year is the one that hit the wire.
How about that? That kid's amazing. When they kicked that one after that snap went over his head, and I'm like, They're going to kick a field goal, and he just nails it.
Yeah.
He's nails, man.
Yeah.
That kid's good.
He is really good.
Real quick, through a couple other things. We'll get Gopher football when we come back. What else you got? What else?
We have 2 Monday Night Football games tonight, Hawk, that you can now watch on your TV.
On my big TV.
Starting with the Lions hosting the Bucks at 6 o'clock. Detroit is a 5.5-point favorite. Then at 9, the Seahawks host the Texans. The Seahawks are minus 3.5.
Could be a couple good games. That first game should be great. I'm excited about watching that one. Yeah.
And then the Wild Battle of the Rangers tonight at 6. Your Wild are 2-3-1. You can hear that game right here on the Fan. And then we will have a Game 7 in the ALCS tonight because the Blue Jays beat the Mariners last night 6-2. Game 7 is tonight at 7:08. The winner will play the Dodgers on Friday in the World Series. We will be in Vegas. Hawk, you and I will be able to bet on it.
Yeah, we'll be betting and we'll be watching.
Yeah, you
baseball.
can't wait.
Well, you're probably diving into box scores right now.
I can't wait. I need to know. I've already got it all figured out. Ohtani's going to hit 19 home runs in one game.
That game on Friday was
that
best performance of all time.
Ever.
10 strikeouts and 3 home runs.
Me and Sauce were talking. You literally can't even do that in the video game.
No,
like that's that's how good he is.
I mean, even like at high school where you got like Joe Mowers who
are better than everybody else.
I don't know if you can do that in a high school game where a guy goes deep 3 times and
they got a week off before they start the World Series. Crazy. All right, Patrick Morning Show. We'll come right back. We'll talk Gopher football and the big win, and we'll play the movie line from Mike Grimm. All of that on the Patrick on the
Fan.
It's a pregame feast this week. Join Muss at Buffalo Wild Wings Savage this Thursday night as he broadcasts the pregame show live. Drop by from 5 to 7 as we lead you up to the boom between the Vikings and the Chargers with great food, tons of football, and your chance to win awesome prizes. Full details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Max and I, there are certain differences we have, but mostly we're just alike. It's unbelievable.
It's actually insane.
Really is crazy. And you know what? I'm honored, but I also feel bad for you.
I know.
Because I know what your next 30 years look like.
I used to think that eventually I'd grow out of this. It's a phase, right?
Sorry, dude.
It's a lifestyle.
Sorry. Don't do what I did. Do the George Costanza. Do the exact opposite. Anyway, Grimmer, it's like this, Grimm.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
You set Abadab and I up with not only a parking pass, but also tickets in the Cambria suites for that Gopher game on Friday night. And it was a wonderful evening, just period.
God, what a great weather, too, right? For October. I mean, you just don't know for sure.
The crowd was great. It was just so much fun and a big win. Not just a win, just a dominant performance by our Golden Gopher squad.
They did really control that game.
Yeah.
I did not foresee that coming. I'm glad it did. We were kind of waiting to see if they were due for something like that, and it was pure domination. 9 sacks. Both lines were great. They shut their run down, and the dudes for the Gophers just played with a passion and a violence that you need to play with if you're going to win in that league. And so it was pretty encouraging. And now they're going to have to crank it up even one more notch probably if they want to win again this week because it's in Iowa City. That's a tough place to play.
Yeah,
they just beat Penn State there. But
what time is that game, by the way?
That's a 2:30 kick. They just set that yesterday.
2:30.
2:30. So we'll take care at 12:30.
12:30. Yeah, in Vegas.
12:30 Vegas time, and we'll be watching that. Where are we going to be watching that? Having a party in Vegas? Where are we going to be there, Zecco?
Tom's Watch Bar. It's nice. First level right on the strip by New York. So actually, it's in New York. So
it's a Gopher party.
It's a
Power Trip Gopher party.
Yeah.
We're going to be watching it and listening to you. We're going to turn down the volume.
Yeah, do that. Feed that radio.
We're going to feed the geese too, just in case you're wondering. We're some geese feeding, baby. You know?
How about you rushing the field? I love it.
Yeah, we did. Abby and I saw all the other fans going out there, and we thought, when are we ever going to get a chance to do this again?
You didn't want to miss out.
We didn't want to miss out. But as I said earlier in the show, I don't know if you heard or not, when I heard Barrera roundly criticizing those of us who ran on the field yesterday, we would have run on the field whether we won or not. Well, it was just a beautiful night, and it was fun, and we may never get to do it again.
Yeah, that's always been my stance on it. Sauce and I have had conversations in the hallway about it. And actually, I heard a little Barrero. He said yesterday that he softened his stance a little on that. He's less offended by it now.
Good. Good, because I do not want to offend him.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. Exactly.
No.
Exactly. But I'm in the boat of exactly what you are. If they want to rush the field, let them.
Yeah.
We're
modern-day warriors.
To me, the big issue is the safety. That's the worry. It's not like,
you don't want to get trucked by Coy.
Yeah, you only beat you only beat 25th ranked whoever. Duke beat North Carolina, and North Carolina wasn't ranked. They rushed the court. That's Duke. What are they doing? Well, they want to.
Yeah,
let them have fun.
They're
20-year-olds. For
we didn't
God's
rip
sake.
down the field goal post.
Nah,
we celebrated being alive on a Friday night.
Yeah. That said, the danger is if you get hurt, and I'm glad you didn't.
No, they opened the steps. I didn't have to jump down in there.
Because I knew somebody in with that Penn State field storming, which I think everybody agrees that was warranted.
Yeah,
but there was somebody who broke their leg pretty badly.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
USC last year they had a couple of injuries.
Next man up.
Yeah, that's right. It's part of the game, dude.
Yeah, last year USC they had to ambulance a couple of fans over to the hospital as well after that.
That's
because it's a longer. If you don't take the steps, hockey was smart at our age, 54.
They ain't going over the wall.
But if you do jump, it's a longer fall than you think.
That's right. It's part of the game, bro.
Yeah, that's part of the game, bro.
That's right.
No doubt.
So did you work in the line?
Okay, so can I come clean on a few things?
Oh, man, listen, I would sure hope so, but you should get tested just
Sauce
to be sure.
gets the line last year. All right? And so I had to play it a little coy. No pun intended on the Gopher defensive back. I said, you said, can you deadpan it? And I'm like, I'll try to get this thing in. I'll try to get this thing in. I knew right then this was my Northwestern State on the movie quote line.
Yeah.
Because the Gopher receiver who transferred from Nebraska and is playing for the Gophers, he didn't play much at the start of the year. He got in last week against Purdue a little more. I knew he was probably going to get some reps against his former team. First name?
Malachi.
That's right. I know.
Play 2.
How about that?
I got that thing done on the second play of the game.
Hell yeah. And I heard him say his name over the intercom because I could hear that. I couldn't hear you. And I'm like, oh, my God, the kid's name is Malachi. Are you kidding me?
So I knew when you said that, the line, I played it like, God, I'll try to get it in. And I knew I had Northwestern State on the schedule.
Oh, my Lord. Here it comes. I guess. Maybe. If my audio plays. Yeah. That'd be great. Do I have the wrong pot on? I do. Sorry, guys. This is my fault. Way to go, Ben. Thanks for messing with me.
Sorry, my fault.
Distracted.
Malachi Coleman now into the game. He, by the way, is a Nebraska transfer, and he wants you too, Malachi.
Perfect.
So good. Malachi Coleman lined up wide to the left.
And DT
Big,
had no
tall
idea.
receiver, just one catch this year, 6'5", 200, and playing early against his former team. He's from Lincoln.
Yeah, we got a little chuckle out of DT on that one.
That's perfect.
And if I can say one more thing.
Oh, I'd love it.
It is such a damned relief to have that line done after 2 plays. You're rolling into the fourth quarter, and there are points in the broadcast, I don't really care how the game unfolds. I just got to figure out how to get your freaking line in.
Well, and when you have a game like last week against Purdue, where it's a game until the fourth quarter, it's tough to go. He wants you to, Malachi.
If you could come up with more lines like that, that would be outstanding.
Awesome.
I knew it was Slam Dunk City, but I was going to play it. I was going to. I think I'll try to. I don't know.
When Big Voice Guy said his name on that play over the loudspeaker, I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea what the kid name. That's well done. Great. All right, Grimmer, let me ask you this question real quick. And hi, Ben. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, so good to see your little face. So this, you know what we were hoping to be able to do with JJ, it appears PJ's been able to do with Drake because that kid looks like a quarterback.
Yeah,
on Friday night, right?
He's really good.
He's figuring it out, right?
I mean, the one thing it sounded like, and Ben would have much better idea of this, that part of the rushing problems, the run game that they had, and I don't know how the offense all works, but there are either multiple ways you can call a play and check to at the line of scrimmage, and the one thing maybe it sounded like that he has not done as well as they wanted was getting them into the right. Whether I don't even know how, whatever the number is, we need to run this play and on the run, whatever the look is. So they really sat down with him and showed him a bunch of stuff. And my hunch is, and maybe we'll find out more from PJ this week. He has a news conference today that our coaches show tomorrow. Is that after that week of some serious looking, he got him into the play that was supposed to be if they do check to the run. And I don't know how complicated that gets. I remember, there's times where, hey, we're going to call 2 plays. And back when Kirk Shiraka was the coach. It was a check with me play. They'd look at the sideline and they run the play we called or run a different play or whatever. And they don't do that. They have trusted him. But I think he has multiple options when he approaches the line of scrimmage. So,
yeah, I would say from my experience, again, I don't know all the nuances of offensive play calling. Our defensive play calls were pretty simple, even though we had checks and adjustments and audibles built within
balances.
Exactly. If it's a pass play, they can it into a run play. If it's a run play, they can flip it to the opposite side.
Yeah.
So if the initial call was a run and you like the look of where it's going, you just keep it the same. But if he's checking to the opposite way and you flop the play to the other side and it's the wrong decision, then you run right into the teeth of whatever the defense is doing. So those could be some simple ways of them just like, hey, let's just kind of educate you a little bit more on what the defense is doing and, where they're bluffing, where they're disguising, what's real, what's not real, and kind of help us get into the better play more often than not.
Yeah, well, and Chris, back to the question about how good he is and how good he can be. I mean, this is 3 straight wins now that have been at home. They've won 3 of 4. The Ohio State game, let's kick that out because it's just, it's a one-off kind of a deal. It's going to be a game you're not going to probably win.
It's Ohio State.
It's Ohio State. So, but the 3 wins in a row, eliminating that game, 2 come from behind wins in the fourth quarter where they outscored the opponent, I think 28-0 in the fourth quarter combined in those 2 games. And then last week, just pretty thorough. I mean, he got him into the right run plays. The rushing attack was good. They dominated. And then he made some clutch plays. And then that touchdown pass he threw to Brockington, he just dropped it in there just beautifully. He's a redshirt freshman. So at a place like Minnesota, if you want to make that run at some point, you get a guy working in now. When he's a sophomore, junior, senior, you hope you can build up to have a multi-year run there where you can be special.
Makes us more attractive in the portal too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You're going to get some receivers that are going to say yeah, and it also can change philosophically what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. Can he maybe play Thursday?
Hey. Take a deep breath over there.
Yeah.
Grimmer, you're the best in the whole wide world.
Thank you. Good
I'm
going
to come up with something very creative about a person named Drake for you next week.
Yeah, if you can come up with something on Drake, I'm going to try to get it in. Yeah.
Mike Grimm, everybody. Thank you, buddy. See you later.
Love you.
Ben Leber's here. Mustin will be here soon, too. We start our breakdown of your Minnesota Vikings right after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan. And here we are. Power Trip Morning Show, 6:39. Welcome back. It's Monday, I know. Hey!
I got to talk about this.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm excited to go to Vegas. It's happening, dude.
Power Trip Vegas starting this weekend. If you haven't bought your tickets already, go do it. KFAN.com/Vegas. Your way. We all remember that one teacher made a difference who believed in us, challenged us, or just made learning fun.
Yes.
Well, now's your chance to say thank you in a big way with iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, nominating an outstanding public school teacher who's gone above and beyond for their students to win $5,000 to stock their classroom with whatever they need. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Nominate your favorite teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Yeah, teachers going back to work this morning. I'm sure that many of you aren't all that fired up about it, but thank you for what you do. My favorite teacher, Mrs. Morocco, who taught French.
Aw.
Yeah.
Is she going back to work today?
No, she's long retired.
Oh. Whoa.
Mrs. Morocco, who taught French. Kissing.
You hung out with Tommy too much.
She wasn't a real teacher, but she taught me a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Ben? You know what I mean? She taught me the rights and wrongs of life.
That's hot.
She taught me about chlamydia and crabs.
My God, your mic's on.
Jeez.
She did. She taught me.
I think this is one of those times where you just stop talking because you're just going to keep going further down the hole.
I think the statute of limitations have passed. Right?
I am a statute of limitations.
Well played.
It's just a statue of me naked, and these are my limitations.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to get real close to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that poor guy.
Yeah.
How about the Louvre, by the way, and the fact that
Corey was there.
He's in France. That's some bitch.
I got like 90 tweets about it. So many. I woke up, I thought, did somebody die?
Well, I thought it might have been him until I read that he actually left on a skateboard or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think they said a two-wheeler,
Yeah,
so basically a motorcycle.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
That's not
No,
him.
that's not him.
Unless he was riding bitch.
No, right, yeah, and he would. Yeah.
He was in the sidecar?
Yeah, he would, yeah.
Old school Batman and Robin style.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, little Ace and Gary.
He had Red Baron goggles on with a scarf?
Yeah. He actually eats the pizza, though.
The cops saw him going there. Like, it couldn't have been him.
Yeah.
Not
He's
that
just
guy.
smoking
no
a
way.
cigarette.
It's the Red Baron.
Yeah, the little skinny French cigarettes, too.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the people with the jewels? He might have that way.
He went to that way.
You learned a lot from Mrs. Booyah or whatever her name was.
What?
Yeah.
Mrs. Booyah. Booyah.
This is Morocco.
The Capuya
That's
lady.
close enough.
A booyah?
I don't know.
The Capuya lady.
It's okay, Zach.
The guy from The Simpsons.
He's all upset about how Carson played yesterday. It's okay, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh. Ben?
Yeah.
Interesting interviews in the locker room that you did yesterday. Very well done. I mean,
Yeah, they were great.
Talking to Cashman and he, having him say what he say, and talking to Brian, who was not happy with the referees and was trying very hard not to get fined. Well done. That's not an easy locker room to go into, I'm sure.
Well, thanks. It's never easy when they lose. Here's the thing I don't like about the losing locker room.
Yeah.
Everything's so quiet.
Yeah.
Like, it throws me off where I feel like I have to whisper to these guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a whisper.
You know, in a winning locker room, it's
Tracy Chapman, great song.
I'm sorry, but this is about Ben.
Sorry.
in the winning locker room, as you know, Hawk, there is loud music playing.
Yeah, a lot of words you don't want on the radio.
Yeah, a lot of very much so.
Brilliant.
It's just easier to conduct interviews because guys are in better moods, and it's just the whole environment's different. When you walk into a library and you're like, and somebody died, you're kind of like, okay, so that play over there, like, what do you think of that play?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, it's I don't like it. I don't like it. It is what it is, though. It's not like you can change it. But
so
we all do it.
There were a lot of things we needed to change yesterday, but. Man, there's just a million different angles on this, but let's just start at the most obvious one. Who do you think at this point plays quarterback for your Minnesota Vikings on Thursday in Los Angeles?
I still think it's Wentz. I almost said McCarthy, but no, that's not what I'm thinking. Everything is very complicated and layered with all of the terminology that is coming from TCOPC, i.e. the head coach and anybody else that talks about the quarterback situation. Because, when it comes to McCarthy, it's 100% healthy, 100% ready, which is very subjective to the audience, and a full week of practice. So it's like you have to meet those three criteria for McCarthy to play. Then he drops the bomb, sort of soft bomb last night of just, well, we have to reevaluate where Wentz is at physically, which sort of opens the door to is he a little bit more banged up than we think? Is that holding him back from being the quarterback he should be?
Interesting, yeah.
And does that sort of open the door for him, or at least when you go through those other three check marks, is he not 100% healthy? Will he be 100% ready?
I'm sorry. Let me ask you on that, if you don't mind, before we move on. Please put a bookmark where you're at, because I have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
We know the injury, or at least the one we know about, because he's probably got 95 injuries. That's how NFL is.
Yeah.
But the non-throwing shoulder injury, could that be hampering that much, even though it's his non-throwing shoulder?
I mean, depending on the severity of what is actually structurally going on.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a non-throwing shoulder that you don't have to worry about, you're not a linebacker out there hitting, or an offensive lineman or defensive lineman where you have to use both shoulders. If it's super compromised to where it feels like it's slipping out, then it's going to affect how you throw, right? It's going to affect how you torque. I mean, when you look at quarterbacks throw the football in baseball players pitch, I mean, so much of that rotation is generated by that off elbow and that off shoulder of getting your body through. Obviously along with your lower body, which KOC is a huge proponent of. I guess where I'm going to pick up on the bookmark, I still think that given a short week, it's just not the most opportune time to play McCarthy. How much of the storyline do you want him to play against his former college head coach? All that stuff, like that's kind of cool and sexy for the 3 or 4 days leading up to the game. But once the game starts, I mean, it shouldn't be the motivating factor throughout the game. You got to put out the guy that's going to give you the best chance to win. And I still think right now, as we know, with the physical limitations of both quarterbacks, I still think Carson Wentz gives us the best chance to win on Thursday night.
Even after some of the throws we saw yesterday, the intentional grounding throw, that short arm throw that he had to Jordan Addison.
I'm wondering, like, are those things,
I think those things obviously are annoying and factor into any sort of coaching decision. But let me ask you guys this. I know that we're all still pretty upset about this game. Let's just say the holding call on Brandel never gets called, and let's say that Hawkinson comes down with that catch and it's reviewed and it's deemed a touchdown.
Which it was.
Which in both cases it was. So now we're all of a sudden 3 for 5 in the red zone. We have 2 more touchdowns.
Okay, that's 21 points.
Where does that sit with everybody as far as Carson's performance?
Yeah, I think that's a great argument, man.
Yeah, because we're talking about him playing through the hurt and he's doing. You're right.
Then all of a sudden you throw in like the gritty runs at the end of the game to pick up those third downs, and he's doing all of this despite a shoulder that's all banged up.
Yeah,
it comes off as a way better performance than we're talking right now. Certainly we wouldn't be talking about a quarterback change on a short week. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
What some people, and even Carson himself admitted yesterday too, would say is that Hawkinson throw was, that should have been more on target. You shouldn't have had to have made that play in the first place. I don't know. I between that and what he was talking about yesterday with the fact that there was just some basic, like, fundamental stuff, like just not throwing it out of the back of the end zone and getting
Here he is. Let me play the other because I hear exactly what you're saying, Zach.
All I know is I can throw a better ball at the end of the day. I can make it a little easier on him. It looks like he got his hand under it, and whether it was a catch or not, that obviously it wasn't, but unbelievable play to even give himself a chance like that. He's a stud, but I can definitely make that throw easier for him.
Yeah, so I think that's a quarterback just doing quarterback things, taking care of his teammates. You always take the onus and the responsibility on yourself. That was an under duress situation. Yes, in a vacuum, can you make a better throw? For sure. As you roll into your right and you're under duress and you've got to get the ball out.
Yeah, like under duress situations.
I love, those POVs are great.
Yeah, man.
Your mic's on, Ben. Ben, your mic's on.
Things got real.
Things got real. I just think that, he's being the leader that he wants to try to be for this team. I mean, of course you're going to look back on plays and say, like, yeah, I could have done that better. I think he did the best that he could in the moment. And here's another thing. We talk about the lack of red zone success. We were, I believe, on the 19-yard line on the first drive.
Yeah.
Okay? A bad snap puts us 22 yards behind. Like, was that yes, you can look back and say we should have done a better job on first and second down. I get that. But what happens if we don't have a bad snap that drops us 22? We have a 22-yard loss?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, is that Carson's fault? Is that the offense's fault? Is that just one player making a bad play? Yeah, it is. So how much of this, when we look back we compare what happened versus what the stats say at the end of the day? I think the stats are misleading when it comes to our red zone failures in this last game yesterday than what actually happened in the game.
Interesting. Yeah. Blake had a hard day yesterday.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. We all know how great the week was before
sure.
that. So, do you just chalk that up to him with the growing pains and you stay with him? That's what you do?
Show me that
you have
smile.
to. I mean, the thing is, you have to. We don't have anybody else. I mean, Juergens can come in, but I think going into this game, Juergens had one start in his 2 seasons here, and Brandel had 22.
Yeah.
And I get that it's a different position and you're a little bit out of place. But if he's the best player that you have from an athletic standpoint and gives you the most at that position, the most experience, then you got to rock with Blake, and you got to hope that, how many times did we talk about Bradbury not, playing well and this and that, and guys you're going against top level all pro talent over there,
especially Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. They're elite of elite.
They're elite. When they're hungry and motivated, there's not a
and Carter was at about 80% too.
Yeah, that's true.
With the heel and the shoulder injury.
Yeah. But their whole mantra all week was, we got to get our swagger back.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way to turn this thing around. And we are hoping that was not going to be against the Vikings, but at the end of the day, I think that they found their swagger.
Yeah.
Both offensively and defensively.
And their quarterback certainly did. I shouldn't say we. I was worried all week about what their running back was going to do to us, and he didn't do much.
No.
Man, that quarterback was on a dime yesterday.
Yeah,
Holy
he was
moly.
outstanding. That deep throw to Devontae Smith
and
was outstanding.
And the way he ran the offense, too. The way he was figuring things out, just watching him do it with his brain was something to see.
As Pete said, in that first touchdown to A.J. Brown, that's 7-on-7 style. He has no pressure. A.J. Brown breaks off his route. Metellus turns around and he just points, go. And he just goes, and Metellus was 2 or 3 steps behind him.
Yeah, and that is, to me, the most frustrating part is, and I know you guys probably talked about this on overtime and all this other stuff, but like the second chance pass plays drive you crazy as a fan. They drive you crazy as a player. When you get your quarterback off the spot, you force him outside the pocket to run around, and then every receiver stops their primary route and just finds green grass. It's the hardest coverage. It's the hardest coverage to do. You can't. It's impossible to cover these guys, especially the athletes they have over there, for 6 seconds, 7 seconds. It's impossible. I don't care who you are. You could line up you could have Deion Sanders out there and the Rod Woodson, find the best cornerbacks in secondary.
Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton. You could have the all-pro Hall of Fame players in the back end of a defense, and you're asking consistently to cover guys for 6 or 7 seconds. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So I think, it's maddening because you, on a 4-man rush or a 5-man rush, you're like, that's great. We got to the quarterback. Now bring his ass down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Affect the throw in some sort of way, because you're leaving your guys on the back end hanging out to dry. And you're right. At the beginning of the game on that first drive and the end of the game, those are both just second chance throws. Just get open. Primary routes dead. Now we're going to double move these guys and get over the top. That's it.
I mean, there was the one play where you saw it, you're watching, where Hurts gets the ball, he backs up and he bends down to take the sack. And he's like, oh, nobody's here.
Nobody's here. Yeah,
so
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
PA said on the broadcast, he was going down to be sacked. He was covering up the ball, and then he looked around and was like, oh, there's nobody around me. Stood back up and completed the pass. Yeah, it was frustrating. That guy's good, man. Hurts is outstanding. Hurts is great.
I had a thought yesterday. Am I right? Man, if I'm not, this is going to blow my entire point. Wasn't Isaiah Rodgers there last year in Philly?
Yes.
Okay. How much do they say, because they picked on him yesterday, who's a guy who's extremely fast and who's been great for us this year. It looked like they went after him a lot yesterday. And again, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. How much is them saying, I love Isaiah, he's great, but here's what he has that he does wrong in his game. Let's exploit those things. Is that something that they did, do you think?
I don't know. It's possible.
Because you could do that if a player spent a year with you. You know what his weaknesses are better than anybody,
100%,
right?
100%. Not to say he didn't make a couple good plays yesterday.
For sure.
I think we're all talking about the Devontae 79-yard touchdown. I have to look at the all 22 on that. I feel like my initial guess is they're in some sort of cover 3. He played his third the way he's supposed to. If I close my eyes and think about that play, Harrison Smith, I think, was the buzz defender underneath in the flat, and he was doing his job. Then the free safety, which became Theo, I believe that he bit on a dig route underneath where he's supposed to be the top end of that third shell. So if the safety doesn't bite on that underneath route or that more shallow route, you're supposed to have a guy over the top.
Right.
You're supposed to clamp that guy from Isaiah's outside position, which he was in, and you're supposed to have help to the inside.
Okay, got it.
So do you pick on him because you know his strengths and weaknesses? For sure. Do they intentionally do it the whole game? I don't know. I mean, they could have just looked at concepts in that situation. I mean, they're doing their tendency checks too. They could have just said like, all right, if we're going to be in cover, if they're going to be in cover 3 in this down and distance, let's give them a little bit of cheese on the intermediate route and see if the safety bites. If the safety bites, we got the guy over the top. And that's just how offense and defense is played, regardless of who it is.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I was overthinking it. Yeah.
No. I mean, you're not overthinking it. It's just that the thing is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be 100% correct that they were like, hey, we know this guy's linearly fast. Like he's fast in a straight line, but we can get these guys, we can get him on a couple moves because maybe we don't trust his footwork.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
That could be true, I should say.
And to your point earlier about the first touchdown, the long touchdown pass, what'd you call it, a second chance play?
Yeah.
A safety's not going to cover him for that long. I mean, that's just how it is, right? And no matter how good Metellus is, you're not going to get a safety to be able to make that kind of coverage for that long.
Yeah. No, you're just not. That's the frustrating part.
So how do we fix that?
Got to get the quarterback. It's rush lanes. I think it's almost like anytime the running back breaks out of the backfield and goes on a long run, it's like, well, what happened? Like defensively, you're supposed to have a guy in every gap. So usually it's like a guy gets out of gap or a guy misses a tackle. In this situation, when you're rushing the passer, all pass rush lanes should be accounted for in theory. Now things happen. Obviously, you get knocked off your track and stuff like this. But like if you're doing enough to get the quarterback off his spot, somebody has to be containing that guy and rallying to that guy to get him down. And we just didn't do that consistently.
Which leads me to another question we can talk about after the break. 2 observations. Number 1, Harrison Smith played a lot yesterday. That was, I didn't count how many plays he was on the field. It seemed like he was on the field most of the game, which is good. That feels good, right? I'm glad to see that. Somebody who was not was Ivan Pace.
Yes.
Shocking.
How about that?
Let's talk about that when we come back, shall we? That's been Leber. We are your Minnesota Vikings morning show. It's Patrick Moore Show. We'll be right back on Fan.